Finally, the fourth step to improving mental health is to reduce social media, including Reddit. This stuff is not good for us. You can't argue against this point. All of the data, all of the research shows that social media is just toxic for your mental health. Even if you're one of those guys who are like, oh, but I barely use it. I only scroll for like 4 hours a day. That is what's more realistic. Like, everyone says they don't use it, but if you actually tracked your time, it would be at least double or triple what you actually think it is. This is a difficult step to quit social media. Like, many people have struggled here. I did too. The only way I've been able to reduce my social media usage is through a longer-term dopamine detox. Another thing I've made a Skillshare class about. It's pretty much changing up your lifestyle so that you prioritize delayed gratification instead of instant gratification. So you reduce social media, Netflix, video games, and instead add in a bunch of delayed gratification activities like exercise, meditation, and hard work for any kind of business. So this is, again, another life-changing practice I have made a Skillshare class on. If you want to learn more about it, it'll be link 3, and you can just watch exactly why and how I have done this dopamine detox, which has resulted in me not using social media. And honestly, if you've watched this far, a dopamine detox is probably exactly what you need. You should consider it. Every young guy could benefit from this. So you can see that there's a lot of knowledge here. The Science of Wellbeing course, my video classes on Skillshare. This is what you should be using the internet for. Watch these things and you'll actually feel productive with tactics and practices that will actually give you some kind of improvement in life. Don't just keep mindlessly watching YouTube video after YouTube video. That includes my videos. This is how you know I'm being like real and honest and that I actually want you to improve areas of your life. It would benefit me if you kept on watching all of my videos and you watched all of them in a row and you binge watched my content. But if you're doing that, you're doing it wrong and you're disappointing me. These videos are for young men like 18, 20-year-old me to improve their lives. It's not for you to binge watch. It's for you to watch one of my videos and whatever the topic is, to go and practice that. So if you're planning to binge watch all of the lectures on the Science of Wellbeing course, take a second and just think that is not the right way. You don't binge watch this stuff. You do 1 lesson, 2 lessons, and then you go and practice what you just learned. You recall, you write, you make notes. Don't binge watch content. It's never worked for you. It never will, because it isn't a method of actually learning. These 4 steps will transform your mental health, and it will probably take you around 25 minutes a day. You could do more. You could meditate more. You could watch more lectures of the Science of Wellbeing course. You could do more points of the gratitude journaling. That's nice, but just do the bare minimum, just show up, and you will make major progress. That's the thing with mental health, is that you don't really have the capacity to do more. When I first started with this stuff, I literally couldn't stay focused on the Science of Wellbeing course for about half of the lecture. Like, I needed to stop, take a break, and smoke up. And that's the tricky thing with mental health. But if you brave through it, if you just go back, just specifically go to the Science of Wellbeing course, because that is what changed it all for me. That's how I found mindfulness and gratitude. I had been meditating previously, but that's how I really saw the research that mindfulness and gratitude are literally the mental health tactics that you should be doing every single day for the rest of your life. It's just a shame that no one has drilled this into us yet, because it would have been really nice to benefit from this for the last few years, but all you can do is start today. If you're a young man and you think you're anything like me, this stuff will change your life, honestly. The Science of Wellbeing course, gratitude, mindfulness, quitting social media. I can't explain how different my mental health, how positive and how much self-love and how much humor and laughter I have now that I've committed to all these practices, and how different this is just compared to a few months ago. Commit to these practices and it's like you'll have 2 lives. So therefore, with increased mental health, you'll feel more competent to do things. So that's why we've covered mental health first.